Oh yeah, look, it's a statement coming in with this composition alone. Let's see what they can do with it. Miniboo not causing any trouble in the pistol. Normal Riansby, they're all dropping, leaving Woot down below on the site and a teammate far, far away. Benji's on his way. Woot has to hold strong and he's stunned up underneath. Quick swing, there's one already. That's all he's getting. Good luck to Benji in this clutch. 50 HP and a 1v4 walled off. He's on the long sprint around the side and plenty of players waiting. Good round for Narrate as KC pick up the pistol.
That's the better gamble. You can put extra personnel on the other side and actually a little bit unaware of some of the angles they could have lost to. Man advantage actually held with Tamazi being able to find another one. Woot, though, is not stopping. Cloud mentioned this. They're just going to push. They don't even care about plants, and well, it may be their demise.
Yeah, this is a problem now. Boo's got no teammates to help. Benji's miles away, making his way through mid, so that's an isolated kill, but at least Benji picks up one on the back end of it. Problem is, there's so many more to take down with the defuse already underway, and I don't think there was any way to stop that. Nano lands way too late. Big problem is this man here, Magnum, on his way up behind. It's being watched, though. Benji was aware of that play, and with the Viper's pit blocking out a lot of space for KC, they're forced into a heaven retake. It's going to be a big drop from this squad, running them right into Miniboo, who's up on top for one and a little bit of damage. A lot of these players tanked up, and Boo's taking advantage of it with Martin down and the time ticking ever quicker. They might just decide to bail on this one, save those weapons through to the next round. It looks like the call is made. Those initial fights, enough to decide the fate of this round.
Wood Snowman. So they can sort of bait these plants, but there's a lot of counter utility. Magnum, though, has however gone down. These fights for now going in the favor of this attacker side. Tamazi tries his best. Shin now the last man standing, but he has a res.
He does, but I think Benji Fishy's position's enough to end this round. He goes for the res, that flank coming through. Might just end it there and then.
Oh.
The wall not even attempted just yet, and it's all a patience game. Benji's not in a hurry to close this one out. Wall up, tap on. It's not stuck. There's the swing from Boo to close it. Nicely done. Team Heretics up with another. Comes through. That time running down, they're going to go straight into Shin in just a moment. Although Magnum's fallen, so is Narrate. The numbers thinning out on the site, but Shin standing strong. He's holding the control till Boo drop shots him. That's one way to do it. 14 seconds, and they've got time to plant, and no denial possible from Tamazi. That ult no longer online as it falls over towards B. He has to do this with the Phantom he bought up earlier. Thought he'd have an advantage in these fights. Instead, has to try to win that spray, and it would have to be a collateral. Not this time.
This is what I wanted to see. Just attempts at plant denial. Just don't even need to necessarily fight them, but they are winning every single one of them at that. Narrate with another. They're trying their best to defend Boone. He will get out of there with a plant. But losing 2 men in the process, not ideal.
Well, it's both your duelists, right? We talk about the ideas behind this, playing that bit more aggressive. You're not going to have your post-plant utility from Benji because he's miles away, and now they've spotted him too. Magnum picking up his first 2. And it looks like that might be where it ends. He's very low, being tagged up, defuse underway, and undeniable at this point. They're split into a 2-2, waiting for the further aggression towards the spawn, but Heretics have pulled back a little bit, playing below the bridge. Woot has a position here to catch at least one. And a beautiful transfer. Miniboo picking up another. And Rian's even doing his bit. Martin now, that op that rung out earlier, the last man standing. And he might not even have a way out of here. He thinks he can run to the spawn, but he's dead wrong. With the idea from Heretics is not to slow down. It's not to go back. In fact, it's to send Woot running through. He's going to charge into them. 2 kills, but no denial. That lockdown is still coming through. And they can't get out. Not quite in time. A player detained and one quite far away. This could be a little bit
We've got
awkward. There you go. Easy. I thought Benji was going to get back online, but now Boo has his back against the wall. The defuse behind that wall that could be dropped by the kill. And now Narrate has to pull off it. The classic in hand is not enough. Way up behind, and that plant is on its way to the site.
Here are the firefights. Martin, Narrate, Tamazi already landing. So much damage, and well, I believe that the steps may have even been heard of Woot rotating back around. You can see the post plants attempted to be set up, although there's no utility to play alongside them anymore. They're just going to be sitting back and using their advantages. At least there might be a little bit that they could try and do with this Viper utility, but ultimately there's no expectation of anything here on Woot. Left on just 4 is going to go as well. KC.
Maybe if Benji picks up this one on the back end, never mind, he's been spotted. Element of surprise most certainly gone now, and there's even a double fight coming this way. Nice spray, and Rienz has got another. Looks like they're not down and out just yet. Heretics still in dueling form with Benji's third. The round is locked in.
30 seconds left.
To deny this, but it's only really shock darts. It's going to have to be these elevated positions, the deep wall, a little bit unorthodox. Abu tries to play around it. Instead, though, little bro will be sent into plant, and I don't think there's any way they could stop this. A post plant that's going to be tough again, but I don't want to speak too soon.
Oh, the follow-up is huge. Martine realizes they're going to shoot at that ult and maybe even be detained by it, so swings in for one free kill. Heretics 2v4 and a near impossible clutch ahead of them. Nice try to start it off.
As well.
Well, we're kicking back off with round 18 and a quick attempt at making it towards the B site. Looks like the call was spot on, Tom. We got to get you in the coach's booth. But the result is not quite there for KC. They've lost themselves 2 players. Well, we expected Heretics to get aggressive. Instead, it was KC doing it, and, well, the further aggression doesn't work out great either. The trades coming through leave numbers in favor of this Team Heretics side, and the plant will not be found with Magnum falling. Looks like Shin needs a duel, and he's found it. Miniboo a little quicker on the trigger with the big gun. 10-8, the gap down to 2.
Especially with the angle being held, but his position has been given. Clearing him's not going to be easy, but there's a lot of utility to do it. Miniboo does well. Finding that opener now, has a blade storm of his own. Try and play around with. Narrate those, already going to be able to trade out one. Turning things back into a 3v3. Timing is going to be absolutely everything. The other player was planting, and Miniboo just causing havoc, but he runs out of knives. Even still, they're going to turn this back into a 1v2, but it's Woot. We've already seen so many times what this guy could do. Operator picked up for Martine, holding the angle, and he's not going to miss that shot. Definitely not today.
With the spike down, well, there's no choice but to go barreling forward. Good detain. Woot caught. Almost the spray transfer on Rienz as well, who just about survives, escapes up top. Narrate hunts him down, and Magnum is looking for a little bit more. Looks like this swing could be good. With Boo on a sliver of health, the headshot was enough. 12 seconds left. That spike needs to be planted. Miniboo tries to deny, can't find the angle. Sees an op now as well. Swapping it over as the res comes in. 6 bullets left, and the shot's not landing to start this off. He needs a shot to each player's head. The reload's the wise decision. The turret, the 4th man for KC, finally taken down. But Miniboo getting value out of this is going to be tough. Taps the defuse to try to split these players, force them forward, but it's not enough. But KC want a player to go pushing forward. On the heaven contact, Magnum would swing. Eventually they get curious. They see Rienz. They don't let him back out, but he's done damage. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Even though Tamazi trades it out, this is now, once again, a winnable round. The wingman up close, he's not going to clear all too much. Might be picked back up, and we'll see a slight delay with Tamazi down, that's for sure.
Started to come back into form. A quieter first half. A wrap back around, it's going to put them in a prime position. And now it's left all on to Magnum to try and find anything here. It isn't going to happen this time around. A weaker purchase, an aggressive push.
B site. The Boo brothers on B. The flank from Woot will be late, but the spams through the smoke, finding a little bit of damage, a lot of damage, in fact. Martine is down. Tamazi's on 20 HP, make that 0. Narrate follows suit, and it's all down to Magnum, quickly crumbling. Ponytail of Shin was seen. They know now that that recon that found nothing was being waited out on Shin. Dropped down very quickly, wall not even in play. Spam good, and Woot dismisses. Miniboo saving him the trouble of cleaning up the other kill. And with the last man standing being Magnum, he'll have a damn good shot of it. Orlando, and he's 5 HP, trapped, up aggressive. Woot dancing around, the Lear comes through. The ult, the Hunter's Fury, might actually land a couple of tags. Could make it easier, they're not even looking at Woot. Able to find himself one, and put this into a 1 versus 2. The lockdown forcing Rienz back, buying some space for Magnum, but he's not getting the spike. He's not going back, instead pushing forward the drone hard, and he'll follow up perfectly, but he has no idea on the last player or towards main, and that turret might give it away. He didn't have time to place it on the way there. Boo's trained in on the right angle. He's got the idea. The poison orb gives him the space, and what a shot! Backing out of there. Actually, no. Not backing out, staying close. Now down to 1. I mean, it's a negligible difference because he was 28 a second ago, and the value found, the element of surprise. Who expects a player to stay inside that orb up close? Heretics are playing a crazy game, but one that has results. Shin, the last man standing, put 2 on the board, 3, and he's out of ammo! Tries for the res!
This map turning around, and the angle It's perfect. Not going to be connected, but there's a second layer to it. Woot just causing disruption once again, and he's not stopping. A second kill already in this round, maybe the beginning of the end. He's not looking to give this up just yet. Able to fall back with Shin and Narrate. 2 heavy hitters already gone. They need to fight from a huge deficit.
Oh, those are big kills to take. Getting control over this site will be tough, but the wall is still there to play with. Toxins run out, Magnum grabs 1, but the kills come back. It's Woot again! 4 kills, but the ace is denied. Tamazi with a near impossible clutch. He's already found the first of his 1v4. With the screen down, the fight on Boo is pivotal. He's taking some hits, but he's still kicking. Still here to fight, waiting for the Toxins to go up. But he can't go forward and retrieve that spike. He's trying to make them misstep, but Heretics know 40 seconds, 3 players. They've got everything they need to run this clock down. Nobody needs to overpeak and make a mistake and give an opportunity to a player like Tamazi, not one to squander. When he gets this shot, 25 on the clock. Spike retrieved. And this is terrible. The plan secured, the Viper's pit online, and the flank from Benji. Maybe some semblance of hope that he will not be aware of it. Benji with another flank. This time to lock in the map. After a misread from Heretics, the plan will come through, and the lurk is perfect from Magnum.
That's nice. They tap the door so that he turns around, and then the second you see him try and retreat because he's in such an open position, they have somebody behind. Good start to this one for KC. As now a 5v4 retake is going to have to ensue. Definitely not the easiest, especially with a lot of that utility being dodged by Martin. It's a really awkward fight. And the trade is eventually there. In fact, a lot of them are for the side of KC.
Big play needed to get back in. Mini boot does well with 1, but that's all there is to be found. And, well, Hope quickly slipped away. Past them. They might not expect him to be here this quickly. The stun should give it away. The blast pack to get out of there has worked perfectly. It put Mini Boo off his stance. He had no accuracy. He couldn't fight back, and well, that is a convincing brawl for KC with a 4 versus 2, with upgraded weapons, with sight control, and a plant that's near undeniable. Benji, Fishy, and Woot both have had spectacular rounds. They've been lights out. A big clutch ahead of them. Wanting to get this round on the board. They still go for it. Commit their rifles, commit their lives, and Benji already pays that price. Woot, the last man standing. Surprised to see him still stepping forward, but no more damage shall be found. 1 kill.
Look at where the attackers have managed to get to. The rest aren't going to be able to cross though. Maybe needing to be a little bit more patient. They got past, but without that screen, they've fallen to the Odin.
Well, in the hands of Woot, it seems to be a pretty scary weapon, but he's very low, down to 13 HP, and his help is going to be needed. Spike dropped, but it could be retrievable, if not for Boo. Watching, holding, and dropping Magnum. Martin, the last man standing, looking to cross again. 1 shot to Woot, and he is down. A lot of this round falls into Boo's hands, but never mind. Gets caught, he's trying to teleport back. It's a huge play! You'll never expect this kind of lunacy, but Magnum doubles up nonetheless. The advantage sits with KC when Mini Boo falls, and the seaside is under threat with the Viper's pit in play, and Rien's spotted crossing. He has to give it up. Can't commit his life inside of it. No element of surprise to play with, and the ult coming in is going to reveal him even further. This is a tough position to play from now, as getting through that pit, Tom, should be a near impossible task. Both players trapped behind it.
Not a fan of the Odin pushing into the pit play.
I like an Odin in a pit, but more so from the other side. The ult committed here for Rien's, the flash going through, and the snake bite actually trades. That's a little bit of a disaster, and this is where things really start to fall apart with a cam. Rien's was not ready for it. He's being revealed, and he's got to bail. The time now running surely too low. He's come back.
It really is ticking quite fast at this stage, and financially they are in the bin. It would have to be a pretty big blunder from this one, and what Magnum.
In the ways that have worked for them again and again. Flash up, and that's the showstopper. Landing on the Boo, landing on the Rien's. But even despite that, with 6 HP, he's able to fire back, take down Martin, trade out Boo, and leave Heretics with still somewhat of a chance.
Even still, though, it's the bait. And Magnum's actually the one to land the shot. Woot, though, has done well. Again, he's been one of the glimmers of hope in the 1 round they won. It was down to him, and this Odin, the Ray, is trying to be cheeky. He's run straight through the util. Almost manages both, but not quite the shot onto Woot. And now it's left all onto Shin, but the swing is met with an instant response. He might just be surrounded, paranoia thrown through, but not connecting anything. And, well, it's almost the shorty to do the work. Immediately overdrive put into play, but Martin lands the shot and a second as well. The remaining two players just too far away. And with their finances almost at absolute zero. I think they're just gonna have to save this one. You'd think, but then again, we saw Redens go for a round, which I thought they had no hope in a moment ago, so maybe they're gonna try it again.
A part of me almost thinks Banshee's gonna ult based on the rounds we've seen before, but 2v4, it's not the time for it, and there isn't time for it. That clock ticking away as the spike gets ever closer. The trap will be destroyed up close, but so will Benji Fishy at the end of the day, going through a Viper's wall on his own. 4 players spotted for sure. They have the info, there's no need to commit. And it's time to make a move. What? He committed it! I thought for sure he'd cancel, but they can't hear. He knew the sound cues were lost on them. And Shin rolling over the site. 3 kills with Benji Fishy. In the same old story. No smoke separating them this time at least, but players all around, and now they've got the exact location. 3 rounds for Heretics would be something, but it ain't happening today. 10-2.
You want your life in your own hands.
Yeah, you don't want to rely on Logan losing for you to get through. Let me tell you, that's not a foolproof formula. Little plant coming in, Mini Boo up top, love the position. We see a lot of value from this spot as players often don't check it on the way through. And even now you're seeing no one's there from our team's perspective. Okay, you start looking elsewhere for fights. Mini Boo just has to choose his moment correctly to take that swing. It's Benji Fishy to fall though. Heretics numbers thinning out, and KC, they've been so good in these fights, and their pistols as well, yet to lose one. But Heretics step it up this time around. Some of these players, before they pincer correctly, Woot might get impatient. Why hasn't that player moved up on A? And eventually he will, catching Woot off guard. Boo now, stuck up close, they know, they're spamming. He's 8 HP, stuck in the corner and dropped. All down to Benji, who will fall to?
You kind of would have hoped they take that round, and, well, it's not started too poorly. They're going to continue this fight for Mount, and eventually it goes the way of Heretics.
Yeah, Thrash did well to draw their eye. 4 versus 2. No. Okay, listen. On the way through, we saw KC consistently have Prowlers because of this man narrate being so close.
He's got to use Thrash though, right? Come on.
Thrash is online. It's not a Prowler, but it's close.
He's got a Thrash, he's
all
got
he has to do
is got Wingman.
Check the left side on the way through the swing. It's perfect. Thank God Woot was ready for that. That could have been an absolute disaster. It still could be with Magnum here, but they seem to be aware of the possibility. The reality, though, could catch them off guard. Is Magnum far enough forward? They haven't seen him just yet. The swing is good. The kill is great. A second and a third to close it. Just one man between him and the info about to fall into his hands. He's seen Benji. 7 seconds, and there you go. Just about enough time. Magnum sprinting his way in. In fact, trying to interrupt it. He has. He's pulled him off this plant. And the time has run out.
Taking this to a third map. And who's going to stop them now? I don't know if Heretics have got anything left in the tank, although Boo is trying his damnedest.
I got the spike.
It's a good start. They still haven't dealt with Tamazi right now. They know there's a second player here too. Narrate ready to peek on the back of the Prowler. Benji though, through the Prowler finds his kill. Narrate trapped in the open and dropped as well. Benji might not have gotten the chance to close out that last round, but he won't let go of this one. It's Magnum again. Somehow I feel that plant will be committed.
Yeah. He won a 1v3 just seconds ago. I wouldn't even mind seeing the lockdown committed here. But he's already quite far ahead of it. Timing going to be everything. Looking for a spot over the top. Hoping for an angle to find, but they're both sat together at the back of the site. Already the information is to be had. Going to try and go back and see if anybody is taking a peek, but they are not moving. They are not giving this man an inch.
Where's Woot off to?
Got to be careful. That's a 1v1. That's a bit of an overcommitment with very little info. Narrate now into the corner as well, and they have no update on that cam just yet. That's coming soon. And look at that from Martin! This is all falling apart. A blitz that could just end it. The showstopper. He's even taken himself out. He knew it was too dangerous to be kept alive. And while Benji, he's just witnessed a loss to a 1v3, now to do one better. But look at these positions. Look at the aggressive spot. He's not going to expect it. And in the end, it is an instant resurgence from Karmine Corp.
Delaying it, stopping it, dealing with it, a whole different story. Snakebite down, Benji Fishy gets his reward of 1, but he's flanked out by Tamazi. Good damage though, had already been done to Magnum. The Snakebite slowed the rest of them, but they make it to the site, and KC will at least find a plant here. However, the HP, pretty low on the rate, and the flank from Miniboo much earlier than I think they'll be expecting.
Where they're playing though, that's the thing. I think it's only Narrate that's going to be within danger. The rest of the players have actually decided to try for the wraparound, maybe having the expectation already that the push is going to be in from behind. A deep position from Boo. And well, now that information is almost definitely going to be given away. The fight for Boo goes okay, actually, and Miniboo has now already traded one out. It's left on to Shin, the man who can pull through the wins even when things are in the bin, but not this time.
Oh, some decay.
Deploying drone.
Okay. Already, though. It's going to be those trades back. It's so messy, but there is Miniboo. Able to do a little bit more damage. Narrate with the trade. Keep things in their favor for now. It looks like he's going to go back for a little bit more, but it may not have realized that Shin was up close. It leaves Boo alone, but for a bonus round. An extra kill here could be massive, and this guy is always good in these sort of scenarios. It's going to be an awkward fight, but he wins it anyway, and he wins it clean. That's not the gun he was looking for, that's for sure. And now Thrash even going to be committed. Oh, he's gone up above. This could be disgusting, but no, it fades just at the moment.
One at the start of the round, but they were ready. Diving on in now to eliminate Boo. By the looks of things, that's a wide swing. We didn't see it, but neither did Boo. That's the good thing about it. Nice flash, but ultimately only good for the trade. And in this situation, KC will take those trades all day long. Narrate gets ahead of it. Before Martin even takes a bullet, he's there to take the fight with him. The buddies in the corner find that one easily.
Being methodical, being careful. On the other side, though, it's rash, it's aggressive! Oh! And Benji's landed a couple of kills, does damage onto that third player as well. Woot available for the trade. They've just punctured a hole directly in this attack, which is now just trying to defend, but Miniboo arrives on the scene as well, leaving just Tamazi. One man to try and fight versus the might of this squad. He's given a fight or two. Still, though, this is not going to be easy.
Anything but, Tom. They've got everything working for them with that spike control. Snakebite now down. It's time to make a move. It's not even deep enough. If anything, he's just snake-bitten the bomb. That spike now irretrievable, but the flank play from Boo, patient as can be. The best part about that Thrifty, Tom.
It's whether or not they go back, but look at the position of Boo. He's so ready for this. He's waiting for this, and they fall for it. He's going to try and teleport out of there. He's not going to get it done, though. It took a little bit too long. And now things become problematic. He was well placed. Potentially do more damage in that round. Now it's down to Benji and Rians to try and turn the tide.
And both players coming from the same spot. One that KC are aware of. They've spotted Rian, so the spray certainly gives it away. And the players tucked up close. Nothing. What? I was going to say nothing for them to get out of the smoke with. They haven't got a pop flash, a reveal, anything to work with. No drone, and just a straight spam will get them the first. But a second player in this position now, not quite expected. Rienz has a chance. 50 HP on Martin, but the headshot comes in.
We saw the last round.
Nice stuff by Boo, but no way out. And Woot swung to trade with him to take the fight together. They both meet the same fate, and now the plant is on the way. Advantage to play with for the attacking side, and it only gets worse with a Viper's Pit in play. That's a nice connection. That's the Viper tag. That's a kill on the raid, and also Tamazi. Viper's Pit is down. Great flash. Follow-up is not there. In fact, it's Rienz for another 3 kills already, and the bow comes out for the reveal. Martin, though, he stays close to blast back and a swing, but Benji Fishy's ahead of it. I don't know, though. Himself and Zeiss surprised us last year. Let's see if Heretics can extend this lead as the site is under pressure. The pistol's getting ever closer, but an off angle for Miniboo. That's turned the tide back in their favor. Tamazi doing his best to pull it back into KC's hands, and that's 3 kills already for this Viper main. Woot, I think it's a wise play to go back as well from KC. I wonder if it's a part of it's to do with Boo and Woot previously playing in that position. Over on B, they expected the flank, now both spotted though. No idea where that other Player is Shin on the off angle. That was 4 kills for Tamazi, the ace denied. But Shin, being unknown, might just swing this in his favor if he gets around the corner, and the ult can even check whether they're committing or not. No paranoia to work with. There it is, a commitment, and it wasn't being stuck, so the time not going to be too heavily pressured. Halfway stuck by Woot, but he comes off it, expecting the swing. There's the tap again. Shin wise to it. He just wants to run this clock down, and it looks like he'll get it on time. Oh, this could be very awkward indeed. So many players caught up close. Only barely making it away was Benji Fishy, now inside his orb, able to find one, but he's dropped immediately. And the kills all going the way of KC. Boo, the last man standing. It's not quite the weaponry you'd want in a clutch like this. Aim much more pointed this time with the showstopper, and well, you're not getting out of that one. The trade potentially with Benji Fishy close, not expected, but reaction is perfect. Blast pack, pinpoint accurate, and 20 HP on Miniboo. The headshot not needed. In fact, a shot through the wall will take him down. Martine even eliminates Boo with it. 4 kills for this man, and Woot, the last one standing. An ace potentially on the board with 20 HP. Most players would be that little bit more passive. They'd hide away, but not Martine. On the cusp of an ace, he wants it! And the headshot is not found. Woot, 1 versus 3. 3 more kills for his 1v4. Time ticking away. Players obscured from his vision. And the contact swing on the back of the narrate peak. Thrash is going to be committed. Straight through it goes, catching one. In fact, Miniboo was already dead by the time it came in. Martine's gone in with a shorty in hand. It's a brave play. One that doesn't work out, at least not to drop Benji. The off angle from Magnum, though. Benji still going inside the pit. His classic 4 kills! I mean, they're all decayed down, and now an opportunity to find that ace. So many players have been on the cusp of it in this series. And he's got the read down to a T. It's timing based, though. Magnum sneaking away.
In these late round scenarios, waiting for it to be tapped, knows he eventually is going to have to try and swing this. Benji takes the aggressive fight, and now there is the Seekers available, but he's not even going to need it! Magnum's going to close things out with a Red Bull clutch!
To start out that first half, this has been an abysmal showing on Bind, but will their attack side be any better? Woot will certainly hope so. That's a 3rd kill with a wall bang here in the pistol, and he's looking for more with the swing out from Tamazi, punished by Boo. Magnum, you've clutched out a round seconds ago.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't even bother setting this one up. He's got 10 HP and the guy is behind him. This should give them the information. If too many players are spotted in this direction, they may just opt to take the TP instead. They're going to try and push off of it. Tamazi, though, even while tagged, is going to be able to get one. Miniboo, however, so much info off the back of the done. It's not pretty, but he does eventually get the job done, and so does Benji. But look at the HP already.
Everyone's tagged up. The nade's gone over and in. It won't find much. Benji, just a sliver of health. Miniboo can take 2 shots.
30 seconds left.
The plant now coming through. Paranoia for the left. Will they clear the right on the way in? It's Miniboo. He's clean on those shots.
Miniboo's already making his way in. The Stinger. They love this gun. Magnum almost goes down. May want to chuckle it off. A nice shot from Woot, but they're immediately going to go through the TP. And you can see Narrate. He was in a prime spot. Now has to start sprinting his way back. But he has managed to find an angle. And especially with the orb down on the site, he might be able to get a little bit closer than they might like. It's a safe plot, though. Not going to allow for anything.
Look at Benji's spot. His timing is near perfect. The right spot on the side. Look at this. As the wall goes down, Benji's going to clear that side, move up, and find a wide open kill onto Magnum. Not harder to hit him when he's looking away, apparently. Shin hasn't got all the pressure on. Tamazi's here with him, but doesn't have a rifle to work with. Depending on the way he looks here, could be in a lot of trouble. Boost position. Advanced, but Tamazi's peeking it. That was a headshot as well. The low HP barely even mattered. Still so much more to do. Tamazi with 3 kills! Not a lot of information. Good cancel by Benji on the spray up on mid. TP through. Decoy used. They're not looking at it. In fact, the flash reveals Miniboo's real position. And Woot dropped after just the one. Boo trying to put up a fight, but he can't quite hold on. And KC keep the advantage for now with Rien's double swung on. And they almost have it. Benji Fishy. A player to retrieve it if they go down. And the thrash is the point of contact as they start. Oh, that caught Miniboo.
That was one of the ults they had online. Now things just seems to topple. Even still, though, Rien's with a kill. And that could be his ultimate online. That could buy them so much time. They are not in a good position here. Just having to try and spam, use whatever shock darts he can, try and deny as much time as possible, but they don't actually know where Boo is. I think that's the one problem. He's TP behind him! What is this play from Boo? He's managed to bring it down to the 1 versus 1. That time is ticking. Rian's has to peek. There's it. He's gonna close the round.
You can't exactly ult your teammate, but the guy up top needs that kill. Oh my god, the aggression is insane. And KC are not winning it. In fact, not a single duel until Magnum steps up, but Woot's got his triple. And the A site, mini boost.
I cleared
He's
it,
wasted
guys.
his ult.
Yeah, I cleared the site.
Wide open, no one in spawn. Great. No, at the end of the day, the space is taken, and now they can feel secure in where they're sitting.
Well, we've gone from a round that came down to the wire and a round that's ended within a blink of an eye. Literal seconds through the Viper's pit.
Oh, wow, Martine! In with the blast pack to take the kill. There was a trade if needed. The numbers thinned out. The Viper's pit's done its job. It sent them back in the other direction. And 3 players at the TP. It's going to be a very quick retake over Bath Control. They'll fight out from there. And look at the composition that's making their way through. Narrate, Magnum, so much to work with. They'll take site control back, but they won't be able to play into this Viper's pit all too easily. A lot of control. And players able to play into the spawn itself, knowing that there's at least 3 towards that Bath angle. They'll try to isolate any further rotations from the spawn, and, well, they're not coming through.
Yeah, man, this pit like majorly benefits them from the spawn side, and with nobody coming from that direction, they're now going to have to try and pivot, push into the pit. Isn't going to find anything for the moment. Woot kind of needs to get something done here. Needs to deny, and he has. In fact, the shock dart manages to find 1. In fact, he gets a double. That's 3 kills overall for Rians. I don't think I've seen anything more ridiculous than the way this team is winning rounds. Definitely been opportunities for them, but it's not done just yet. Miniboo TPing him, but he's only going to get the 1. An immediate trade from the rate. The flash is good, but his teammates there to back him up. They're holding the line, at least for now. Boo, though, has managed to TP into heaven. He's fighting them from their own position. They're looking to try and close him out, but it seems like he's just going to retreat, look to fall back with the rest of the team, and now Narrate wants to try his best to capitalize.
By Boo's near impossible. They go to elbow instead, but Benji Fishy standing strong. 2 kills that put it all down to Narrate. And he might not want to risk it. Not when Heretics are now about to push up to 12. Are being heard. Players are getting close. And here's where, any moment now, you'll see it come through. What is that? Rienz was planting and got caught. Martine sniped out of the sky. Shin can't stand any longer. It's only Tamazi. 1 versus 5. The only thing standing between Team Heretics and a 2-1 scoreline. And they've caught him. They know exactly where he's going. Sure, Benji falls, but so many players still to be taken on by Tamazi. He's had some incredible clutches, never quite the ace, and not this time either. Heretics with a dominant attacking side on Bind.